I have a confession about myself. And maybe this is kind of where we get into some of my quirks. But I have a question. Have you ever noticed that, like, after you watch the Food Network, which I love the Food Network, at one point to me, it was, I believe, almost like an addiction. I could name everyone. I could tell you what was coming on that season. I could tell you who I believed was going to be the next Food Network star and just about call it within maybe an nth of a degree, you know? And of course, we have all watched Iron Chef, you know, and who doesn't love Chopped? I mean, I'll be very honest. Some of my best, or I feel, some of my best recipes that I've created have come from ingredients that I've seen on Chopped. So, yeah. Um, but it seems to be like, have you ever really noticed that once you watch the Food Network, you actually become kind of food and ingredient bougie? You know, I always talk about, oh, don't be brand bougie, but you actually become ingredient bougie. You start to swear that you've always used these ingredients your whole entire life, and you will no longer eat, the potatoes of the mere peons of the regular common folk ever again. You know what I'm talking about. Like, okay, I'll be very honest. There are a few ingredients that before I started watching the Food Network, I had never heard of. Like, okay, I have to confess. Thank you, Aron Sanchez, for introducing me to Manchego cheese. So, yes, that is one of my now favorite cheeses. But you start to become like, so does your macaroni and cheese have Manchego? Because, I have such a sensitive palate and I cannot eat anything that does not have Manchego cheese in it. Or, let's be honest, Ina Garten has gotten everyone into buying good vanilla. Now, let's talk about this because I do know the difference between vanilla extract and imitation vanilla, which this was something I was actually brought up on. So I do know the difference. And it's also, let's be real, it's also a cost difference. But there are varying degrees of actual real vanilla extract. And now people are sitting up there like, well, I only use Tahitian vanilla or Madagascar vanilla. Can you spell Tahitian or Madagascar? Please just spell it. I mean, let's have a spelling bee right now. Other than the letters T or M, can you spell Madagascar or Tahitian? Please. Please tell me. So, yes, now people are running around, you know, swearing that they only use this type of vanilla in everything that they use vanilla in. And we cannot forget about the great ground cinnamon versus cinnamon stick dispute. Ladies and gentlemen, one, you leave in the food and it actually draws the essence out of the food, and the other you sprinkle in. It is not that serious. It is truly not that serious. But yes, we watch the Food Network and we become food bougie. Like, okay, all of a sudden, and you know you've seen it, Pinterest exploded with people making fondant cakes. Everyone wanted to be an expert in fondant. And I will be very honest, I don't like fondant. I don't like the taste of it. It's too sweet for me. It's rolled sugar. It's too sweet for me. But it is, when it comes to making a cake and decorating a cake, it makes it easy once you roll it out right and you can cut out all these little pieces and color it, and it gives it a blank slate, especially if you are someone who either likes,